Welcome everyone to another edition of the Podcastinators. I am Joe, he is Ed, and we're finally bringing you the long-awaited edition of the political show. We finally get to talk about some serious stuff. Sort of.
Finally. Fuck.
Sort of.
That's how serious we're going to be in this podcast. Fuck.
Yeah, sort of serious. And, well, it's about as serious as the elections are getting.
Right.
Well, last night, for God's sakes, they were talking about Donald Trump. Everyone, they're talking about penis size last night on the debate. So
which is still probably the greatest thing that's ever happened in a debate ever.
Of course, yes, it is.
Of course, Donald Trump is going to do what Donald Trump does, and Donald Trump did the greatest thing ever, which is referred to as penis size. Donald has huge hands, by the way.
These hands are huge, and I don't know if you know what that means, but everything it's good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I guarantee it. Right when I heard him say that, I guarantee it. And I looked at his wife, and she had the biggest smile on her face. Yeah. There's a reason why Ivanka and the other one are still going to vote for him. Okay? Is that his wife's name?
Ivanka and Marlon Maples.
Right. Marlon Maples and Ivanka are going to be voting for Donald Trump.
Well,
so
maybe not Ivanka, but definitely Marlon Maples.
No, Ivanka said she'd vote for him, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And she hates him.
And she hates him, but she knows that he's a great father, knows that he's a great businessman, knows that he's what's right for America, and I'm pretty sure she'll be a little bit more happy with a bit of more alimony payment. But what do you get the woman that can literally have her ex-husband, buy her anything?
This is true.
So, yeah.
I mean, he gave her the Plaza Hotel, I think.
I know. How do you hate a man? How do you hate a man for giving you a hotel? Honey, just take the house. I don't give a shit. I'll go buy myself an apartment building.
What did he get when they divorced? He gave her like she took the mansion in Florida. Mm-hmm. She took so much stuff when Ivanka and them were divorced. It's just like, honey, what do you want? I want this. I want that. I'm Ivanka. I want everything. And
right.
Oh God.
She treated Ivanka. He treated Ivanka well.
I want. That's why she was called Ivanka.
Ivanka, right? Ivanka.
Anyway, yeah.
So Donald Trump's penis size got interrupted in the debate, and then Marco Rubio, Little Marcito. Marco Rubio was just trying to cut in front of everybody, trying to desperately make his voice sounded.
Basically, we've our theory that Donald Trump is borrowed from pro wrestling is coming to fruition because it's becoming fact and reality.
Absolutely.
And we have to explain this to everyone. People think, oh, Donald Trump is just using his reality star, whatever, to get to where he is. No, he's not. This is a very cold and calculated risk he has taken. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's put this all together. It was very put together from the beginning. He planned this out from day one. He knows exactly what he's doing. It wasn't like he did, I'm going to do this on a wing. I'm just going to wing it. It's
absolutely not.
No, he has been. This has been marketed, planned. Everything he does, from everything he says to everything he does, to every mannerism he does on that stage, is a calculated and taken, staged move.
Right.
Yeah, everything he does is staged to perfection.
Everything he does is the embodiment of it's a wrestling gimmick.
Right.
The guy goes out there and he talks about his penis, and he goes out there and he says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and he's telling everybody to shut up, and he's calling everybody he can a liar, and it sounds dirty. It sounds like dirty politics.
Well, no more so dirty than any other campaign in modern history.
Exactly. But then when you consider the fact that how bad politics usually gets, I mean, let's realize that Hillary Clinton used to call Barack Obama the dirty houseboy or whatever.
Yeah, Bill Clinton was talking to who was it? I think Schumer and some other Democrat, Chuck Schumer and some other DNC high rollers, and he was like, back it up in my day. Dude, this guy Barack Obama, he would be getting us coffee and taking our bags back and taking our bags up into the the building and everything. Why the hell we got to pay him any attention?
Exactly.
And it wasn't because we're racing or anything. It was just because Obama was the new guy in the town, the new guy in the Senate. He just didn't have any seniority or anything.
Right. It wasn't until Bill Clinton said more things about Barack Obama that it turned out to be part of the racist thing. But,
yeah.
But Donald Trump did I thought Donald Trump did really, really well in the debates.
Oh, yeah. Basically, when he essentially did the penis thing to Marco Rubio, he was essentially telling Marco Rubio to go suck it.
Right. I was expecting him just to look over and just do the fucking. I guess now it's the Young Bucks. Just suck it. Just right here. Hey, little Marco, right here, buddy.
Yeah, he could have just grabbed his crotch right here, pal.
Right, like a New Yorker would.
Yeah, like a true New Yorker would. Right here, pal.
Right here, pal.
That would have been the perfect way to cap off the evening.
And you would have just saw Marco Rubio licking his lips. Marco Rubio is really, really interested in Donald Trump's flexibility. If you saw that clip that clip that's making the rounds, he's like, "Oh, Donald Trump's really flexible." Oh, jeez, Marco. It's kind of interesting.
Marco.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just Marco Rubio doesn't seem like the type that would endorse something like that.
But like we've said, name us a guy from Miami who hasn't gone to a foam party.
That's true. I loved foam parties. But
yeah, but the Republican Party is trying to actively sabotage Donald Trump at this point. And on earlier in the day, on Wednesday, they brought out the big guns with Willard Mitt Romney and.
Oh, sweet Christ, Mitt Romney.
I know. Willard Mitt Romney, he drank himself a big tall glass of warm milk. And he came out and said, "Oh, Donald Trump's a fraud and a shyster and all this stuff."
That's why I was begging for his vote.
just 4 years ago, he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad to have Donald Trump's endorsement and all this stuff." And I'm listening to this, and I'm like, where the hell was this Mitt Romney where he's tearing down Donald Trump, told him he's a fraud and he's a horrible person, a liar, and all this stuff. I'm like, where was this Mitt Romney 4 years ago in the last 6 weeks of the election when he could have been, saying all this stuff about Barack Obama?
Right.
It's like...
What happened to that? What happened, Mitt?
It's like...
Mitt, you fucking let the election slip out of your hands because you were scared because the media was going after you because you picked on a blonde kid back in high school or whatever the fuck. You literally let the media completely just control everything that you said and completely control everything that you did. And because of that, you were a scared little boy. A scared little Mormon who was afraid that the black kid was going to beat the shit out of him. Which, ironically, is that's what happened, right, Mitt?
You wacky Mormons. So yeah, I mean, we all remember the first debate back then. He had Obama on the ropes. I mean, the first debate between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama, he absolutely stung Obama. I really have to get that studio door locked. It's the darndest thing. It's just the damn thing just doesn't want to stay close. No. Anyway, yeah. The first debate, Romney had Obama on the ropes, and then the second debate, he instead of continuing on the offensive, Romney just suddenly seized up and he was like, "Well, I gotta be nicer now. I can't be so mean,
Right.
And then
what happened, Mitt?
He just seized up, and then for the rest of the campaign, he was just like, "Oh well, I can't be. Oh gosh, oh gosh darn it. Oh, I can't even say gosh darn it. That's too darn. Ooh, I can't even say darn. Ooh, darn. Oh,
right.
Darn. Ooh. I gotta have a cold glass of milk. Ooh.
Right. I have no idea what happened to Mitt Romney during that whole time. I mean, he was, like you said, he was completely owning the president in every single attribute in the first debate. I was so happy. You understand what it's like to be in the middle of liberal California. Not only that, but the most progressive city in California, in San Francisco. And I got and I'm just like, it's like watching Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson.
Right.
It was like, yes, Do it, motherfucker. Do it, you fat piece of shit. Just knock him the fuck out. Do it. Just last.
And then he completely. It's like he gave up in the last couple of rounds and lost on the technicality on the decision, and then he's been away for all these years, and now he comes out of hiding, and now all of a sudden he wants to be like, oh, look at me, I'm
a big shot.
I'm
look
a big shot again.
I'm
I'm a respected party elder.
Yeah, I'm a big man. Look at me, I'm a big man. I'm a Mormon. I'm a big man. Sorry, bro.
No, you're not a respected party elder. You're just another one in a long line of failed Republicans who couldn't get the job done. You're like John McCain. You're like Bob Dole. You're like so many others in a long line who just couldn't get things done in over time. You're the answer to a trivia question. Who lost?
And I couldn't believe that Mitt Romney. He wants to come out and he wants to pretend that he's a big shot now. Mitt, why couldn't you defend capitalism? Why couldn't you defend capitalism against the guy who would literally put your plan, your Medicare plan into place nationally? When you know it was a bad idea and you thought that it was absolute garbage, they put that plan in. And you knew it was a bad idea and you couldn't go after him? Why couldn't you defend capitalism, Mitt? If you're some big-time great businessman and everything else, why are you afraid to defend capitalism? Donald Trump's not afraid to defend capitalism. Did you hear it? You didn't watch the debate like I did.
I didn't watch. I was too busy doing something way more important, sleeping.
Right. Donald Trump is like, yeah, I got businesses here, I got businesses there. I take all my business overseas because it's too expensive to do business in America.
Why? Because of people like you, because of people like Obama, because of people like everyone else that's in government.
Exactly. Just like because of people like you, Mitt Romney, because of people like you, Ted Cruz, because of people like you, Marco Rubio, people like you, Mitch McConnell, people like you, Lindsey Graham, people like you, the entire GOP establishment. People like you are the reason why Donald Trump needs to go overseas to get work. Why all of us have to go overseas to get work.
I don't know if you hear the church bells in the background. It's
because I'm speaking the truth, and even God knows. It's raining right now. God has opened up the floodgates in my side of the country, and he's ringing church bells on your side. Donald Trump is God's candidate.
Well, he might be God's candidate, but unfortunately, the Republican Party, the Republican leadership does not want him to be the candidate, and this is where the pro wrestling aspect comes back to it. See, when it comes to pro wrestling, the promoter has their guy, and unfortunately, the promoter's guy is not always the fans' guy, right?
See, because there's the people that are the crowd.
That would be fans. Us.
That would be us who are going, fuck yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah, we're the voter. By the way, we have not officially decided if we're going to vote for Trump. By the way,
I don't officially vote, so I can't say I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. We do not endorse Donald Trump, but we defend.
Right.
We'll defend Donald Trump.
And even though I'm a Republican and I am a registered Republican and I can vote in the New York primary, I was a Rand Paul supporter and I was planning to vote for him in the New York primary. I have not made up my mind if I'm going to vote for Trump in the primary. So. Right.
So you're not talking to some guys who are,
right,
on the bandwagon or anything. Right. I will not endorse Trump, but I'll certainly defend the crap.
I can defend him because I grew up with him building major parts of the city, building
New York City,
right,
building everything in New York City.
Yeah. So, but I am definitely not saying I'm endorsing him, and I'm definitely not saying I'm voting for him. But anyway, the GOP. They are saying, well, it doesn't matter what you, the voters, or the fans want. It matters what we, the promoters, the party want. And we don't want Donald Trump. We're saying he can't win, even though Donald Trump has brought in 3 more million voters into the party.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
Donald Trump's bringing in ratings.
Right. If in pro wrestling terms, Donald Trump would have brought in, like a... If this was pro wrestling for say the WWE, he would have jumped the show's rating from, say, where it is usually like around 2.9 somewhere right now, up to about a 5 rating.
Not even looking at it in like the rating standpoint, because that's like a great way of looking. It really is the most definitive way of looking at something, is looking at the statistics and looking at the stats. And Donald Trump is the reason why anybody even talks about the Republican Party in this day and age right now.
Right.
But not even in that standpoint, but just you can see the passion that comes out of Donald Trump supporters and comes out of Donald Trump fans and everything. You can see that they're the ones that are really trying to build up this whole concept of what maybe the Republican Party might change into. So it's not that the promoters aren't just the promoters, or the party, the GOP, aren't just denying what the fans want. They're actively trying to stop the fans from enjoying the one person in the party that everyone wants to have be the leader of the party.
And there's a good chance that Donald Trump could legitimately win the general election.
Of course.
And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? He could actually win. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want. It matters what we want.
It used to matter if you can win. What do the GOP think? Do they think that Hillary Clinton's going to fucking negotiate with them?
No, they don't care.
Do they think that's right? You said it. Yeah. Say it again.
They don't care.
Right. They don't care. The GOP does not care what happens to the country. And this is somebody who doesn't give a shit about this country, but I'm telling you, the GOP does not care about what's going to happen to this country and the people in it.
What it really comes down to is because Donald Trump is not taking money from all the GOP donors.
Exactly. There's another reason why you should vote for Donald Trump, just on principle alone. He's putting his own money where his mouth is.
Now, granted, people will say, "Well, Donald Trump used to be one of those elite donors anyway to begin with." Yeah, that's true, but now it doesn't matter. All that matters is he's the one that's bankrolling himself.
Right. You don't think he donated money to other people, do you?
How do you think you get things done in this country?
Exactly. Fuck. Why are you people so stupid in thinking that people do things out of the goodness of their heart? They don't. They do it for money.
Haven't you? Don't you remember the immortal lines of Kent Brockman? Democracy doesn't work.
Right.
First of all, we are a republic. We are not a democracy.
Right. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. We're supposed to be taking care of ourselves. Ironically, Donald Trump thinks that we're a republic too, and wants the states to take care of all their own problems.
And soon enough, all you Bernie Sanders supporters, you're going to find that out the hard way come to the convention when all the superdelegates screw you over.
Exactly. Bernie bros, Bernie gals, I am so sorry for you guys. You're about to find out what it's like to have Ron Paul try to break through the candidacy. And every single time he gets there, every single time he beats everyone, every single time he wins and wins and wins, they don't even invite him to the primary.
I bet you even Bernie.
They don't even invite you to the convention.
Oh, I bet you even Bernie. He doesn't even get. They'll give him like, oh well, we'll let you speak, but we'll let you speak like in the afternoon, maybe on a Thursday, on the first day or something. We won't even let you speak on a prime speaking day or something.
Right. We'll let you speak the first day right after lunch.
Right.
Just when everyone's falling asleep already.
Yeah. they because that chick's Debbie Wasserman Schultz, she would absolutely do that too.
Dude, she would, because she's a real fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I can say harsher words, but JD made me promise I can't say harsher things. At least not on this subject.
I just threw a little Yiddish in there because it's from people from around this area.
Right. They know me. So Donald Trump is just completely owning everything. And you want to know something? There was like this really weird moment where Donald Trump just goes, you know what? He's sandwiched. I like what Drudge Report said. It's a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, he was sandwiched between Rubio and Cruz.
He's between Rubio and fucking Cruz. And he goes, these two guys, they're the liars. They're the cheats. They're the ones that are screwing you. The governor over there, he's okay. But these two... So I think, and you want to know something else? Kasich was the only one that wasn't going after Trump.
Kasich's not a bad guy. I mean,
No.
I think Kasich in any other election he would do pretty well, but this isn't his year.
You know what? I think that's gonna be the next coup. I think Donald Trump is gonna have Kasich is gonna position Kasich to be his running mate.
Nah, I could see Kasich being like a secretary or something.
No, it's gonna be a running mate because Kasich's fucking went for the presidency twice. Kasich knows that he's good enough to be president, and he knows that if he puts Kasich as the vice president, Kasich can work with the Congress.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, so Donald Trump, everybody, I think John Kasich would probably be the best vice presidential candidate. I was thinking Rubio earlier, but after the penis remark, I can't really say. I think there'll be a whole different kind of dress that will be stained in the White House, and it'll be Rubio's tie.
I still like the internet rumor I read about possibly about Alan West.
I just can't see it.
I could totally see it.
That's just way too crazy.
That's the idea.
I could see Alan West doing something else.
Maybe Secretary of Defense.
I can see I don't know about that, but I can see Alan West like in the cabinet. Maybe I can see Alan West maybe talking to Trump. But I can't see Alan West having real power. It's like giving Van Jones real power. They didn't give him real power. They just put him part of the environmental projects, and then the environment went to shit under his watch. Oops.
Oops. Oh.
So, but yeah, I think I like John Kasich, and he was the only one that wasn't going after Trump, and Trump gave him a shout out. I think there's a thing. I think Rubio might get a little jealous, and I think Cruz has no idea what's going on. I think Cruz is just lost. I think Cruz just thinks that. I think Cruz just thinks if he keeps saying the party line over and over again, he'll be able to break on through. And then they're going after him for Trump University. What the shit is that?
Well, Trump University was like an online type college or something. But it's basically they keep saying, "Oh, it was a scam of a school." It wasn't a scam of a school. It got maybe one or two bad reviews right online.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the bad reviews, the guy is suing for like his money back or something, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And other than that, it's gotten A+ reviews. You know, Better Business Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
Said perfect. Good reviews and everything. So
right.
It's not like it was a money pit, right?
Is Marco Rubio going to fund all the Is Marco Rubio going to put a fund up, or at least start putting money up from his campaign to start funding all the class action lawsuits he has with the hundreds of people that he's talked to over the Trump University thing? Because he's supposed to be senator. Trump said he hasn't been in to vote for a long time as senator, so I can see why he's fucking going around asking all these people about Trump University.
Well, that's just the thing he's just jumping on because it's like, oh, Trump, Donald Trump's being sued. No, but that's a local thing here in New York. The Attorney General of New York State, a guy by the name of Eric Schneiderman. He's been.
Ew.
I know.
Schneiderman did 9/11.
No.
You know what I mean by that, though.
Anyway, this guy, he was a Trump. He's a enemy of a guy who hates Trump, and he's saying how he's basically going after Trump because Trump's daughter and her husband wouldn't give him a campaign contribution. So this is one of the reasons why he's going after Trump University.
Of course.
Yeah.
So there you go. They got some, and now Trump's like, "Hey, ask me in 4 years after the trial is done." The guy could settle at any time. See, everyone's like, "Oh, he's Donald Trump. Of course, his lawyers are going to, he's going to legal him out of fucking paying him off, right?" If the guy is really desperate to get his $2,600 back, all right. Do it, stupid. Now you know why you failed the class. You don't know how money works.
Yeah, so it's like it's at best it's a frivolous lawsuit, but for some reason the appeals court is letting it go through. So, and Trump said he could settle it, but he's not going to just on principle.
No, Trump said this. Trump did in the debate. He could settle, and the other guy could settle at any time, and that's true.
I'm not going to just because I don't feel like it.
Right, I'm not going to. Why would I do that? I'm not the loser here. This guy is. He's the one that failed out of the class.
But basically,
Like okay, hold on. What I'm saying, does that sound mean or does it sound like? I mean, I'm telling that's the legitimate truth, right? The guy failed out of the class, and now he's upset, so he wants his money back. I wish you could do that with college. Could you imagine you could do it state or state university? If you couldn't get a job after 4 years going through college and getting a degree and everything, and you can't find a job with that degree.
Oh, I wish I could have done that with a college.
Can you imagine?
Wish I could do that with one of my colleges I went to.
Right? Can you imagine?
I bombed out of this career field I went into. Can I have the full loan I took out?
Can I have the 57 to on average $57,000 to $80,000 back?
Look, this web.
Oh, but it's because it's Trump. It's Trump.
This degree I took didn't pan out. Can I just have the $30,000 I took out back?
Exactly. What kind of shit is that? Tell me. I mean, let's be real here. But nobody's going to go after fucking teachers over that, right?
No.
Bunch of hypocrites. Where are you, Marco? You made the point. Where are you, Cruz? You made the point.
By the way, where's our bailout?
Right. Where's our bailout so far? Marco? Cruz? I could have swore the Tea Party put you in there so that you could figure this shit out.
The banks. They said, "Oh, the banks are too big to fall. Oh, the housing markets fell. How come the student loan thing is the biggest scam in the world? How come they can't fall apart? And where's our bailouts and everything?
Exactly. Come on, you dummies. Oh, it's because the teachers union probably pay you off. That's okay.
I don't know.
Christ.
I would just.
Oh, but we're gonna fucking go after Trump because we're gonna go after Trump because he's a 91. He has a 91 approval rating on his fucking university.
98.
98. I'm sorry.
It's that 2%. Oh, we're sorry, Dom. It's just because of that 2%.
Holy crap.